Hi there, I'm Christy Wilhelmi from Gardenerd, and yes, I did cut about a foot of my hair off for those of you who notice that kind of thing. Anyway, it is the height of summer, and let's talk basil, because basil is either growing in your garden right now or you're getting ready to put it in. I want to feed you some eye candy right now. Let's talk about some of my favorite basil varieties to grow. We're going to start with some of the new things that I'm trying for the first time this year. Rutgers Devotion, DMR, which means downy mildew resistant basil. I don't know if you've noticed, but over the past 5 years, downy mildew has been a huge problem with basil. Nurseries are plagued with it, home gardeners are plagued with it. It's not great. So this Rutgers Devotion variety is a Genovese type basil, but it is downy mildew resistant. I'm having really good luck with this year in my garden. One of my favorite basils that is always prolific is from Renee's Garden Seeds, and it's called the salad leaf basil. It is huge leaves, really prolific, grows and tastes really delicious too. Not to be confused with lettuce leaf basil, which puts out these purple flowers when they do go to seed. It's a pretty hardy basil too, and I usually grow them right next to each other. Pretty fun. Now I'm trying a new one out this year called Italian Cameo, and it's meant for growing in containers. It's a smaller leaf, although my selection is not getting, the leaves are pretty big. The plant stays fairly low, but it's meant to be grown in containers, so if you've only got a small space, give Italian Cameo, a large leaf container basil, a try. Another one of my favorites is Aurelia, A-U-R-E-L-I-A. It's an Italian basil, and this one seems to do better for me than most. I'm on a coastal garden situation, and the Aurelia is one of my favorites. I have to say, Genovese is one that everybody grows, but I have some trouble getting it to germinate almost all the time. I buy brand new packets, doesn't always work, so I just want you to understand you've got other options if Genovese isn't working for you. Now, we're going to get into some of the purple ones, but before we do, here's a little obscure one. It is called Mrs. Burns' Famous Lemon Basil. Now, there are different strains out there. The original one is from the folks at Native Seed Search. It was brought into the collection by the original owner of Native Seed Search, the founder of Native Seed Search. And so it is, honestly, it tastes like lemon verbena with a bit of basil in it. So if you like lemony basil, or those two flavors together, this is the one for you. Now, let's move on to some of the purple basils, because heck, color and I'm a sucker for anything purple, right? And I've got 4 different varieties here that I want to share with you. First up, Genoa Red Freddy. It is a purple basil that I found at Baker Creek. This is the only place I think I've seen it so far, but I'm sure others will have it soon. This is really, it's one that honestly I haven't had really great luck with, but you might in your microclimate. Always give different things a try. Don't stick with just one thing, because what might work for me might not work for you, and vice versa. However, one of my standbys, it's like always grow it, is dark purple opal basil. And again, I have some good luck with it. It's like my community garden, it never does well, but here at our Gardenerd Test Garden, it does really well. So give that a try. New ones that I'm growing this year are Rosy Basil. This one's from High Mowing Organic Seeds. Rosy Basil, this one's doing really well. And though the picture shows it as kind of having this pastel purple look to it, it really is a dark purple. I've been making, purple basil lemonade. I'm gonna put a link to the recipe. It's on the Gardenerd blog. You will find it if you just search for purple basil lemonade. It is amazing. You crush the basil leaves into sugar and then pour the lemon juice and water over that, stir it until it's all dissolved, then strain it into a glass. It is not only really cute, it is delicious. Whoa. And then the last one is from, they sent me, M.I. Gardener sent these to me. It's called Purple Ruffles. And I have to say, this one has not done well for me, but I'm definitely not giving up. It's got a really like leafy type of ruffly edged leaf. I'm gonna try it again until it works. So those are some of my favorite basils to grow. I like to grow 4 square feet with two each of, what is that, 8 different varieties. So you'll find my garden is always full of different basils. I've got recipes for pesto on the website. We've got recipes for that purple basil lemonade and a whole bunch of other stuff. So go to gardenerd.com and check it out. You will also find one of the best pesto recipes in my book, Gardening for Geeks. And of course, if you're interested in growing more than just vegetables, check out my new book, Grow Your Own Mini Fruit Garden. Consider becoming a Patreon subscriber to support all the free stuff that we do here. And of course, happy gardening.